Buongiorno, baddies. Welcome back to another video. Today's first question is, suppose 0 is less than p, which is less than 100. If we increase 100 by p% and then decrease the new quantity by p%, then what is the final quantity in terms of p? Is it larger or smaller than 100? So this is very similar to the problems I've done in the past. If we just have p now instead of like a number. If we increase 100 by p%, which would be 100 times 1 plus p%, and then decrease the new quantity by p%, so 1 minus p%. Let me just erase that stupid little dot. It's literally my pet peeve. Anyway, then what is the final quantity in terms of p? And since there is a formula saying that when it is like, if 1 is a and p% is b, then a plus b in parentheses times a minus b in parentheses is equivalent. So a plus b parentheses, a minus, oh no, that's not a minus. A minus b parentheses is equivalent to a squared minus b squared. So taking that idea into consideration, if we turn these numbers into this formula, we would get, well, 1 squared is still 1. P% squared, which is also, says p% is p over 100, so then you square top and bottom. So that would be, sorry, not plus. Keep forgetting. P squared over 100 squared. And once again, we use our handy dandy distributive property. 101 is just 100. And then 100 and p squared over 100 squared is minus p squared over 100, because that just gets rid of 1. And since p is a positive number that is less than 100, this means that when we subtract a positive number from a positive number, well, actually, if you subtract a positive number from anything, it's going to get smaller. And 100 is no exception. So it's smaller than 100, and the final quantity is this. Moving on to problem number 2. Suppose 0 is less than q, which is less than 100. If we decrease 100 by q% and then increase the new quantity by q%, then what is the final quantity in terms of q? Is it larger or smaller than 100? So this question, you might think, oh, this is very similar to what we just did. Which it is. It's not basically the same thing. It is the same thing. Since multiplication is commutative, we're going to get the same answer, except it's just going to be q instead of p. But if you don't believe me, I can show you. So if we decrease 100 by q% first, and then we increase the new quantity by q%, like you can see, this is basically the same equation, just swapped up a little bit. Then we can use the same formula that I used in problem number 1. 100 multiplied by 1 minus, it's q% again, so q 102. That rhymes. And then 100 minus q squared, 100. And like you can see, this is literally the same exact thing as the one above. It's still smaller. The final quantity is literally the same thing, except it's q instead of p. But yeah, it doesn't actually matter what order you put it in. It doesn't matter if you decrease it first or increase it first, because you're always going to get the same thing, and multiplication is commutative. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.